I'm making a commitment to myself and to you. I will show up for the next 30 days, even if things are not perfect. I will post a YouTube video every day for the next 30 days. I've been on YouTube now for over 6 months, and I have spent so much time trying to make sure that everything was perfect. What I realized that if I strive for perfection, that was keeping me from fully pursuing my purpose. And as I am encouraging women to not wait for the perfect moment, to do those things that you know that you need to do, to keep promises to yourself, that I'm going to walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And I believe that this 30-day challenge will be beneficial to myself and to you. So for the next 30 days, I am choosing progress, not perfection. And if you have been waiting for permission to start your next chapter, then maybe this is it. During this 30-day challenge, I will revisit the reason that I even started the YouTube channel in the first place. I appreciate everyone who watches the channel, who has subscribed. I'm really thankful for the community that we're building, and I'm very, very excited about that. But there are 8 reasons that I initially started the YouTube channel. Let's just go through those. So the first reason I started was I wanted to share with people that it is never too late for you to transform your life. I ended up going through what I later found out was a midlife reinvention. I didn't know what was going on. And I remember seeing a meme. It was a little butterfly and it said, "It's never too late to transform your life." I made that my screensaver, and that was just like my motto as I was just going through everything that I was going through. Even though I was like in my mid 40s, early 50s, as I was getting this revelation, I knew that I could still change my life, that I could still live the life of my dreams. A lot of people who are over the age of 40 feel like, it's just too late. Like they made decisions and it's almost like a life sentence. Like I'm on this track and it is just too late for me to turn around. And I wanted to share with women that it's not too late, that you can still course correct. Some of us, we think that just because I went to school to be this certain thing, that I absolutely have to do that until I retire. Or just because I moved to this city, this is where I'm going to be. Or just because I'm in this relationship, this is what I have to do. But one of the things I wanted to share is that we can have choices. We can reinvent ourselves. We can start over. We can pursue new goals. We can revisit old goals. And it's not too late. As long as you are still alive and you are still on this earth, it is not too late. The second reason I wanted to start this channel is to help women develop self-love and confidence. I have just found that women, especially mature women, we have spent our lives pouring into so many people. This is what we are trained to do. This is what we are supposed to do. That a woman's work is never done. So I feel good that I've had the opportunity to share information as it relates to self-love and self-care and self-worth and boundaries and confidence. And I believe that it's really making a difference in people's lives. So I feel good about that. And sometimes it's good to go back and even look at your reasons why. And I may do this on a regular basis, I'm not sure. The third reason I started the channel was to show that healing is possible even after difficult seasons. I remember one time seeing a meme and it was a little girl and like the grown-up version of herself, and they were looking at each other in the mirror and they were both crying. And the meme said, "The trauma wasn't your fault, but the healing is." And that was really profound for me because I was able to see that there was things that I had experienced as a child that I hadn't actually healed from. And because I didn't work through those, they played out in my adult life. So then I was a people pleaser and a perfectionist. So as you can see, I'm still working on the perfectionist thing, but I see myself as a recovered perfectionist, right? A recovered people pleaser. But I was in toxic relationships, personally and at work. A lot of that had to do with some messages that I got about myself as a child. I struggled with self love and I often abandoned myself. So, as I share the different messages, I want you to know that you can heal from your trauma and you can heal from difficult seasons in your life. Seasons where maybe you felt rejected, where you had relationship issues. I went through a divorce a few years ago, which was just a lot. But just being able to work through that and get to the other side, I wanted to show women that happiness and joy and peace, that all of that is still available even after you have gone through a very, very difficult season in your life. Your past does not determine your future. Reason number 4 is that I wanted to teach practical transformation and not just motivation. I'm all for motivation and it is wonderful. I listen to different speakers who are motivational, but at the same time, I wanted to share with you all practical things that you can do, different steps that you can take to actually change your life. Because I remember being numb and empty and feeling a little bit lost, and I don't want that for you. So if that's where you are now, I wanted to give you practical steps on what to do so you can get to the other side. And that's why I talk a lot about mindset shifts and why I really wanted to coach women specifically in this age group so that we can live our best life, that we can truly write our next chapter. And yeah, I'm excited about that as I look back to see that I am actually doing what I set out to do in this area. So the channel is not just inspirational, but it's also educational as well, which makes sense since I have been an educator for so many years. Reason number 5 is that I wanted to build a community of women who could rise together. So initially, I was going to title the channel Queens Who Rise, but I ended up just using my name as the channel. But still, Queens Who Rise is a movement that I'm still very, very excited about. And this is a movement of women who can support each other, who can hold each other accountable, who can celebrate each other. I 100% believe that we should celebrate every win. And so the community that we're building, we can celebrate each other. I actually have a community on Facebook. It's called Black Women Over 40 hyphen Queens Who Rise. And we are celebrating each other and supporting each other. And I see that as just growing and spreading and really being able to make a difference in people's lives. Another reason that I started the channel was to really just kind of redefine what it means to be a queen. Queens who rise, we are coming together and we are rising together like the phoenix who rises from the ashes. So being a queen is not about perfection and it's not about status and it's not necessarily about appearance, but it is an attitude so that we can love ourselves like a queen. We can take care of ourselves. We get to make moves like a queen where we speak like queens. So it's about rising. It's about resilience. It's about taking authority and agency over our lives, even as it relates to leadership. Because queens are leaders, we lead ourselves first. We love ourselves like queens. We walk in confidence, we walk in purpose. And And hopefully and prayerfully, this channel is helping you to understand that you are a queen. Reason number 7 is to help women stop shrinking. I have come to the conclusion that I do not have to shrink for anyone. I saw something recently that said, if I'm too much, find less. And that is my attitude right about now. That if me being who I am is too much for you, then maybe we're not supposed to be in a relationship. And that is the same thing that I get to share to people. Let your light shine. Let your brilliance shine. We all have things that we are extraordinary at. So please stop shrinking, stop second guessing, stop living for everyone else, and stop settling. You deserve to live your best life. And that is one of the reasons why this channel was created. Reason number 8 is to give women hope. So I'm putting myself out there as an example that reinvention is possible. I have changed so many things in my life, and I'm not going to go through that whole list right now because many of my other videos, I go through the whole reinvention journey. But my goal is to be an example, to be a role model, to be an inspiration so that you can look at me and say, wow, she's a real woman who has gone through real things and she still has joy and peace. I'm still able to love people. I've made mistakes, but I forgive myself. I forgive others. And I believe one of the biggest reasons that I'm able to do all of that is because of my relationship with God. So even as you are watching this and you might say, hey, I want to get to the other side as well, I just wanted to share that with you. And if you want to know more, I encourage you to subscribe, and you can benefit from the wisdom that I have gained because I have to go through all of these things and experience all of these different things so that you don't have to. If this video resonated with you, then stay tuned. We have 29 more days. But in the meantime, these 2 different videos will help you go to the next level. Until next time, be blessed.